Good morning, all. My name is Harsha. Today I am going to teach you about shear force and bending moment. What is meant by shear force and what is meant by bending moment? Generally, this shear force and bending moment we will study in beams. What is meant by beam? You can see in my YouTube channel I have discussed about beam very clearly. I will pin that video below this description of this video. Okay. Now, suppose take an example of beam AB subjected to this point load W, which is acting at the center point exactly within this length of AB. Due to this load, the beam cracks in the middle where the concentrated load is acting. At that place, the beam cracks. Due to this cracking, the beam may shear and failure occurs. You can see that shearing is not like this. So the beam may shear here in the center and it will crack and it will become into two parts. That is nothing but as shear. Due to this shear, nothing but shear force exists between the layers, two layers of the beam. This shear force will be perpendicular to the cross section. Okay, you can see the shear force will be perpendicular to this cross section. The shear force is nothing but algebraic sum of the forces either to the left hand of the section or right hand of the section. That means algebraic sum of the forces, you can take any section. The algebraic sum of the forces, the right of section is nothing but shear force. Otherwise, the algebraic sum of the forces either to the left of that section is nothing but shear force. You can see the directions, the positive and negative sign of shear force. You need to do a lot of many problems. In that, the sign direction of shear force is must. You must know which is positive and which is negative. For that, you can see if take any section C dash C dash. With the left of the section, the force, the shear force is upwards, then positive shear force. If to the right of section, the shear force is downwards, then positive shear force. And to the left of section, the shear force is downwards, then that is nothing but negative shear force. And to the right of the section, the shear force is upwards, then that is nothing but negative shear force. Okay, now you understand what is meant by shear force. Because of this load, there will be shearing occur in the beam between the layers of the beam, and that shear force will be parallel to the cross section, acting parallel to the cross section. Due to this, the beam may failure may occur. So that is nothing but shear force. And what is nothing but bending moment? Due to this load, the beam not only shears but also it may be subjected to this deflection. Due to this load, the beam may bend. There will be bending action. So the beam may deform. This is nothing but bending moment. Due to this deformation, there will be moment occurred. Moment is nothing but force multiplied by perpendicular distance is nothing but moment. So due to the load, there may be deflection also. Not only shearing, there may be deflection also. They both combinedly occur in any deformable structure. Okay. It is bending moment. The definition is nothing but it is defined as the algebraic sum of moment of forces acting either on the left hand side of the section or right hand side of the section. Similar to the shear force definition only. No difference. Here the force, here the algebraic sum of moments. That's the difference. You can see you can take any section. An algebraic sum of moments either to the left of section will give you the bending moment at that section, or algebraic sum of the moments to the right of the section. That means algebraic sum means if you will follow the sign conventions while taking the moments. So your algebraic sum means some will be plus, some will be negative, and you will add that value will be equal to this bending moment at that particular section. For the sign convention of this bending moment, you can see for the section, left side of the section, the moment is clockwise moment. On the right side of the section, the moment is anti-clockwise. So it will be sagging. It will bend the beam downwards. Due to this sagging, you can see sagging. Due to this sagging, the beam will bend downwards. So sagging moment is nothing but positive moment. We will take positive M. And hogging moment. Hogging moment means the beam is bending like this. The beam is bending like this. That means the beam will deform in the upward direction. There will be deflection in the upward. In the hogging moment, there will be deflection in the downward direction. In the sagging moment. Due to this hogging moment, the beam bends upwards. There will be deflection in the upward direction. So hogging moment we will take as negative and the sagging moment we will take as positive. Okay, this is nothing but shear force and bending moment, very important concept in strength of materials. Now, before you need to do this shear force and bending moment, you have to calculate these reactions. What is the value of the reaction A? What is the value of the reaction B? You need to find before finding shear force or bending moment at any particular section. For that purpose, you need to know equilibrium equations. These equilibrium equations nothing but, suppose you take a person sitting on a chair. The chair will not deform. That means the chair is getting opposite and equal reaction as of your weight, so that the chair is balanced and it is not broken, so that you are sitting on the chair. That means the opposite reactions can be more than your weight or equal to your weight. Then the chair will be stable. If the weight of the person is more than the resulting reactions or opposition reaction from the chair, then the chair will break. So nothing but this, due to this equilibrium equations we will do so that the beam will be in stable position. It will not deform. Okay, it will not undergo failure, permanent failure. So sigma fx equal to 0, sigma fy equal to 0, sigma mz equal to 0. This is x axis, this is y axis, and z axis will be towards you. It is perpendicular to xy plane, z axis. Okay, these three equilibrium equations for plane 2D frame we will use these three equations. For 3D frame or space frame we will use 6 equilibrium equations like sigma fx equal to 0, sigma fy equal to 0, sigma fz equal to 0, sigma mx equal to 0, sigma my equal to 0, sigma mz equal to 0. Then we will use 6 equilibrium equations. Here in 2D frame, that means 2D, two-dimensional planar frame, we will use only 3 equilibrium equations to solve any unknowns of the structure. Unknowns nothing but, like in beam, the vertical reaction, horizontal reaction, unknown moment, these all are nothing but unknown reactions, external unknown reactions. If you need to find the external reactions, you need these 3 equilibrium equations. Suppose I am taking an example, one hinged support and one roller support. This is nothing but simple supported beam, SSB. In the simple supported beam, this application will be directly, you can see, in bridges. In bridges, one support will be hinged support and other support will be roller support. I will tell you what is meant by hinged support, what is meant by roller support. In hinged support, there will be no vertical deformation at the hinged support and there will be no horizontal deformation in the hinged support. That means the hinged support will not move horizontally, will not move vertically, but it can rotate. That means it can rotate, it can generate an angle theta at the hinged support. That means horizontal motion is stopped, vertical motion is stopped, only rotational motion is allowed at the hinged support. And next, roller support. In roller support, you can see the horizontal motion is not stopped. That means it is free of horizontal motion. That means it can move horizontally, but it cannot move vertically, but it can rotate also. So there will be 2 motions. You can see horizontal motion will be there and rotational motion will be there. It is restraining only one motion, which is vertical motion. So I am taking only vertical reaction as unknown. Here it is restricting 2 motions. One is horizontal motion, one is vertical motion. So I am taking, there are 2 unknowns. So here there are 2 unknowns in the hinged support, 1 unknown in the at the roller support. So number of unknowns in the but 2 plus 1, 3 unknowns. We have how many equilibrium equations for 2D frame? 3 equilibrium equations. So 3 is equal to 3. So we can find this unknown, this unknown, this unknown. Hence this is nothing but determinate structure. Determinacy, statical indeterminacy, you can say determinacy. That means we can find the unknowns by using basic equilibrium equations. We do not need any other equations in indeterminate structure. I will discuss later that. So nothing but by these 3 equilibrium equations you can find the unknowns of this simply supported beam. Why only simply supported this hinged support and roller support is used in bridge structure? Because in bridge structure, if you use 2 hinged supports, that means it will not deform horizontally now. Because of the temperature, there will be temperature stresses, the bridge structure will expand, right? Expand. If it is both like fixed support or both hinged support, there will be no lateral motion in the horizontal direction. It is restricted by these supports. Then the cracks will occur and the failure of the bridge will occur. So you need a small little deflections in the horizontal direction. The deflection will be of minute in mm. It's not a big deflection. So for that minute deflection, you need a roller support at one end and hinged support at the other end. So that at the roller support, if the due to this temperature or weather conditions, if the beam expands in the summer, it need to be expanded. So that the roller support will allow the expansion of the beam in the bridge support. So we will use simply supported beam in the bridge structure. And the second one we can see here is propped cantilever. Propped cantilever is nothing but one end is fixed support and another end is nothing but roller support. That means only vertical reaction. At the fixed support, you can see there will be three unknown reactions. One will be horizontal, one will be vertical, other will be moment. That means the fixed support, there will be no horizontal deflection, no vertical deflection, no rotatory deflection. All deflections are zero. That means it resists three forces, that is horizontal motion, vertical motion and rotatory motion. So three unknowns. Here one unknown. Total four unknowns. And we have equilibrium equations only three. That means 4 is nothing but greater than 3. So these four unknowns cannot be found out by three equations. In mathematics, we can see for solving the three unknowns, you need three equations. Here four unknowns are there, three equations not sufficient. So indeterminate structure. This is nothing but indeterminate structure, propped cantilever. So to determine these unknowns in the indeterminate structure, you need compatibility equation. I will tell you in the next class about this compatibility equation, extra equation, so that the extra unknown can be determined. So nothing but determinate structure, indeterminate structure. Now only I have discussed about. You can see number of unknowns is equal to number of equilibrium equations. That is nothing but determinate structure. Number of unknowns greater than number of equilibrium equations. That is nothing but indeterminate structure. You need to see here one more important thing. Here number of unknowns equal to or greater than number of equilibrium equations, the structure is stable. Stable. What is meant by unstable structure? If the number of unknowns is less than number of equilibrium equations, then that is nothing but unstable structure. Greater than or equal to, okay, it is stable structure only. Determinate or indeterminate, you can see. But if the number of unknowns is less than number of equilibrium equation, that is nothing but unstable structure. That means that stable cannot withstand any small amount of load. It will deform suddenly. Why? Because I have told you example of this chair example. If your weight is more than number of the external reactions from the chair, then the chair will deform. That is unstable structure. Okay. This is about. Thanking you.